Gunnar, welcome into Phoenix. What first drew you to the club here?
The fact that this club is built on winning, titles especially, developing players and getting the best out of the players. That's what drew me here, especially the atmosphere that the players have here and the coaches. Very intense and very demanding.
What kind of conversations did you have with Parr and the other coaches when you came in?
Very straightforward. That we want to bring the best out of me, and I want to bring the best out of the club. And I want to leave the club better than I found it. And I just want to do the best I can to become the best forward I can be.
Have there been any players that have taught you the ins and outs of how this league works so far?
Yes, we have older players like Rafa, Charlie, who's been in the league a little bit, and a few other players, but they give some good insight, especially being older in the team. They have more experience, so it's always good to listen to their insight and their experience and how to deal with the game and demands on and off the pitch.
And then, I guess on the pitch, I suppose, specifically in practice, has there been any philosophy changes that you've seen, whether that's yourself with Pa, with what he brings to the table?
Oh yeah, Pa is very demanding what he wants, and I just want to listen, keep my head to the ground, and make sure I'm humble, and I'm always paying attention to the small details that he gives me, so it makes me better and helps the team better.
What are your greatest strengths as a player?
Speed and strength, finishing. I feel like I have a lot more to improve, but the sky and the ceiling is the limit for me. I have confidence and I have belief in myself to do very good things this season. That's why I'm here. And so yeah, I'm excited to just become the best player I can be.
How have you found the level here compared to next pro?
It's very intense. A lot of older guys, a lot of more experienced guys that come from Europe, guys that played in the MLS and so forth, and so it's a lot more demanding, but that's what I want, and I'm excited to just push myself and see where it goes.
Spoke there about your strength, kind of being your strength.
Yeah.
Have you seen that somewhat maybe translate up top? Maybe pause a little bit more demanding. Be more physical with the ball, and even off of it sometimes.
Yeah. He requires both me and Carvalho, we're the two strikers, to be able to hold up the ball, be able to secure it higher up the field, so it brings our teammates into play, and that's our roles and responsibility. If we're not doing that, they're not doing our job.
And have you seen a connection grow, not just between you and Carvajal, but maybe other forwards, like you mentioned earlier, Dennis, maybe Rivera as well, and even Arase, who's injured currently?
Absolutely. There's a lot more growth and a lot more, chemistry to build, but I think we're all getting an understanding of each other and how we play. And everyone's just technically gifted up front, so it's kind of exciting to play with them, and it's just, for me, it's just knowing what their strengths are so I can play off of them.
How do you feel the preseason games have gone so far?
So far has gone good. We should have gotten the win against Las Vegas Lights, but then again, we were just challenging our academy guys to get a little minutes in, playing with them, and it gives me a good leadership role. Helping them grow as young players, and they're very, very talented young academy players here. So to go in the second half, and the show that they put on wasn't too bad, and then again when we get them again, Las Vegas Lights is going to be a W, and hopefully we show what our qualities are going forward.
Kind of spoke there that you were playing with the youngsters, and was that kind of a strategy of the coaching staff of maybe test out Carvajal for the first 45, maybe you for the second half?
Absolutely, yeah. Me and Carvajal have been changing in and out because I started the last game against Charlotte, and he's getting the first 45, so they're just interchanging minutes, and depends on how much load and the management and that, but also just if the coach asks me to play, I'm playing. It doesn't matter what half, what minute in the game. If he puts me on, if I start, it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to put my best on the field.
And you kind of mentioned you were kind of in that leadership role because, like you mentioned, there were a ton of youth academy players there playing for that second 45 minutes. How did you see yourself, kind of be a leader in that role?
It's just giving him the right information and the right input in a very constructive manner. These kids are willing to listen, and they're growing, and you can tell that Pa has a lot of trust in them. That's why they're playing in these games. And so for me to come on the field, that means he sees me as a leader, and I just have to grow in a lot more areas as a leader. Not saying I'm perfect in all areas, that's why I'm here to build.
Knowing that yourself and Carvajal are going to be competing for playing time this season, how does that impact on the the relationship that you guys are building so far?
Not in a disrespectful way. I'm only worried about myself. He's a good player, but he's a good guy as well. But he's doing what he has to do. I'm doing what I have to do. And at the end of the day, whoever coaches choose, it's up to them. I just keep putting my best foot forward, keep my head down. I'm only worried about myself. And then
maybe those off days, like you kind of mentioned, of course, you two competing, but maybe those moments where, you know, you or Carvajal played 60 minutes, the other one comes on for the other, maybe makes an impact. Could you guys kind of see that being like a 1-2 combo?
absolutely, yeah. We both have size, quality. He's more technically advanced, and he brings that side of the game into the team. I'm more physical and fast. So like, if the coaches ever need it, why not? I mean, I think it's dangerous as well. So.